Don't worry, Katie. I won't let anything harm you. Ever again.
It's nice to have a friend.
I'm Savannah Jones.
I'm Rex Ravita.
We hope you had a happy new year. Today we have Jenna Davis joining us. You may recognize her from her role on Raven's Home or a viral video on TikTok, but we're here to talk about her theatrical debut as the voice of M3GAN.
So what was your first reaction when you got to see M3GAN for the first time, like the doll?
Yeah, I was surprised of how realistic she looked. It's crazy to imagine that she is an AI robot. I think at first a lot of people thought she was simply a doll, and she's not. She is an AI. And the beauty of the film, I think in the beginning especially, is they show how she is made. And I think that is very cool and very relevant to our own society of how technology is constantly building and increasing and improving. So with that, there's a lot more depth to her and also the storyline than I think that the trailer portrays. And also there's a lot more things that happen within the movie than just simply that occur within the trailer. And there's a lot of surprises and unexpected turns and twists and moments. And I think that's what makes the movie in theaters especially more intriguing, because not everything that you see in the trailer, you think that everything you see in the trailer is going to be predictable, but it's not.
So you said when you were auditioning, you didn't even know like what type of project you were even auditioning for. So is this your first time working on a horror film like M3GAN?
Yes, this is my first time doing a horror film, and it has been so fun to play her. She's a girl boss, she's a villain, and it's different than anything I've ever done before. I've primarily done TV shows that were comedic and, you know, as you mentioned earlier, Disney Channel and Raven's Home and more child-friendly shows. So to branch out and do something like this is completely different, but I've had so much fun, and I hope to do projects like this and perhaps playing a victim or even more villains down the line.
So like we mentioned before, M3GAN has been sort of like a meme lately. And I know you're no stranger to going viral yourself. So what is your reaction to like all the people who realize that you are the voice of M3GAN? I've seen a couple of TikToks and just things on social media where they're like, that's her.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been fun, you know, to see my own audience who have supported me, and to people, you know, there's obviously haters out there. So to see with that how they've also reacted has been very interesting. I'm sure you're probably referencing the past memes that I've been a part of, and with that, sometimes they've come like negative attention. So it's been interesting to see how people who have perhaps made fun of me or perhaps have been maybe not so kind have kind of shifted due to the film, and after watching the film. So, you know, I appreciate anybody that, you know, that supports me or watches any of my content or anything like that. So I'm so grateful people are enjoying the movie, whether or not they supported me before or they've never heard of me, or maybe they were making fun of me because of the memes. I don't know. I'm just grateful that people are enjoying it, and it's quite insane to see how horror culture has really adopted her and adore her. And I did not realize prior to the film how big horror culture really is. And, you know, as I've been working on the film, I've realized how big and thriving and cool this horror culture is. And I've never even realized it. And it's an honor to even be accepted into that, because I don't think they're super easy to please sometimes.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, me and Rex, about on Twitter when it was kind of a spat between like M3GAN and Chucky, and you know, it was a whole thing. So I don't think that community is the easiest. So I know that must feel good to, you know, be embraced.
Yeah, it really feels so surreal and a dream come true. I feel prior to, you know, the trailer releasing and prior to the movie even releasing, it was nerve-wracking because Blumhouse and Universal and James Wan and Akilah Cooper and Allison Williams and Violet, they're such amazing talent and such great people to work alongside. So to have M3GAN be a new villain, and anytime there's like a new villain or anything, it's, you know, you want people to enjoy it. So it does feel very rewarding, and I feel honored that people are loving her and embracing her and adoring her and want to see more of her. So that's exciting.
how different is your approach to, you know, just voicing this character rather than physically playing a character like in your previous roles?
Sure. So I really had to use my imagination a lot. When I first got the audition, I was told she was an AI, and when you hear and you think of an AI, you think monotone, robot, da 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 voice. You know, you use your arms, you think of it as a robot. So when it came to M3GAN, I wanted to give her a personality to allow me to stand out and allow me to separate myself from the other actors who were auditioning. So I decided to play with her tones. I think that is something that I played a lot with in the movie, and that's something that you can notice within the film is she very much evolves, and her tones change, and her tones depend on who she's talking to. But there's also moments where M3GAN is incredibly blunt, and there's moments where she's just being bubbly and goofy and silly, but there's also moments where you can recognize that she is an AI just on how she's speaking. So playing with those tones was one of probably a challenge, but was one of the most exciting things about her, is because every line that she said was something that I can play with, but also I had to watch how the physical stature aligns with that. So it was definitely a teamwork effort, but with Mr. Gerard, we also had a very collaborative process, and we were all about making her very incredibly fun. And I think we did that, so I'm happy.
Thank you for listening to KRLD's What to Watch.
If you want to hear more episodes, be sure to download the free Odyssey app and subscribe to 1080 KRLD.